Slow Homestead. Recently, I have decided to try and incorporate more protein and more vegetables in my diet. So the other day I was thinking, what could I have with beef? What could I have with pork? What could I have with chicken? And I know I could look in recipe books and come up with all kinds of recipes. But when I was putting some different food items together with these meats, I came up with a little funny idea that just kind of started to happen. So today I'm going to make some pork and some other P words to go along with the pork. So this recipe, or this casserole, is brought to you by the letter P. First of all, I'll show you some of the ingredients. All right, here's the pork, ground pork. I'm going to make a cream sauce, and it's going to have butter and flour and milk. Milk doesn't start with a P. Flour doesn't start with a P. Butter doesn't start with a P, but I needed a cream sauce. So I'm just going to make a small one, 1 cup worth of milk. Some of the butter that I'm going to use, I got the other day when I fried some pineapple, and pineapple starts with a P. So this butter was the butter that I fried the pineapple in. By the way, it was really good. Fried pineapple is really good. Now this butter, it smells like pineapple. It doesn't even smell like butter. So I'm going to use this, which is about a tablespoon, and I'm going to use another tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to make a cream sauce. So let's do that first. There's the pineapple butter. There's plain butter. We'll just let that melt for just a minute. I like to make white sauce with a tool like this. It's really fun to use. Then add 1/8 cup of flour, same amount of flour as you have butter. Stir it around and let it come to a little sizzle. And then just let that sizzle for just a few minutes, just a couple minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to take some green peas. They're going to go in this saucepan right here. I'll just let those come to a boil and cook for just a couple of minutes. Okay, now I'm going to take this butter and flour off the burner, add some milk, stir it around, and then put it back on the burner. And I'll cook and stir until it starts to thicken. Pepper starts with P, and I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to this white sauce. I have the pork crumbled up in the frying pan, so I'm going to leave it right here at about 350 degrees and let it brown. Now I'm going to put the peas into the white sauce. Stir that around a little bit. I have some potatoes here that are from my garden last year. I boiled them whole, and then after they were all nice and soft, then I peeled them and cubed them and added them to this. So now we also have potatoes. It starts with a P, and it's common. That's starting to look really good. These are peppers. They're bell peppers, and they're the ones that are really light colored. They almost look white on the plant. So I'm going to put these peppers, that starts with a P, in the pork. And let those cook for just a little bit. This is starting to smell really good. Now I'm going to have to use something that does not start with a P again. Seasoning salt. Not too much, just a little bit. Now I'm going to add something else that starts with the letter P, and you might think that this is kind of weird, but it isn't. This is pumpkin. Now you're going to think, oh, pumpkin with peas and potatoes, and is that going to be good? Well, have you ever heard of stew in a pumpkin? Where you take a pumpkin and you fill it up. Well, you cut the top off, clean it all out, and then put it in a pan, a baking pan, and then you fill it up with vegetables. And it's delicious when it's done. The pumpkin flavor and all the vegetables you put in with it, like peas and carrots, potatoes, celery. I don't know, you can probably put in all your favorites, and it tastes great. So, pumpkin starts with P, and we're going to use it in our casserole. So we'll let that cook down, simmer for a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do in this 9x13 pan is layer the ingredients. First, I'm going to put in the pork and pumpkin. Now I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of paprika with a P. And I want some crunch, so I'm going to put in some peanuts. You might think that sounds interesting, but it is. Hey, you know what? There's salt in these peanuts. I may not have had to put the salt in there from the shaker. Oh well. So if you've ever had Asian food with peanuts, then that's the same idea. Okay. And then I wanted to have some cheese. The only cheese I could think of that started with P is Parmesan. So sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan for flavor. And now the potatoes and peas. A little bit more paprika and a few more peanuts. Now remember, I'm trying to eat more vegetables and more protein, and hopefully my blood sugar will go down and I won't have to take any medicine. That's the goal. Okay, there it is. The oven is set at 375, and I'm going to leave it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Well, there's a new recipe for you. It's a new recipe for me too. I've never made this before. Like I said, I just got a bee in my bonnet and thought, okay, I'm going to have everything start with a P. So here we have pork, peas, potatoes, pumpkin, peppers, Parmesan, paprika, and peanuts. When it's all done, I'll let you take a peek at it. See you soon. Now for the taste test. Okay, here it is. Yep. It's good. It's really good. I think it would be a fun thing for you to try. It was fun for me to try. And I'm also going to keep working on my beef recipe using B words. Broccoli, that's a good one with beef. Or, you know, green beans would be good, beans. Or other kinds of beans too. Chicken, corn. You could make chicken and corn crepes or something like that. Anyway, use your imagination. The sky's the limit, you know. I had an art teacher one time and he used to say, the possibilities are infinite. And he was talking about painting, of course. And when you mix your colors, you can come up with all kinds of mixtures of colors. So remember that. The possibilities are infinite. And you can come up with some really great and fun recipes, I'm sure of it. I hope you do, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it turns out delicious. Just use the foods that you like. If you don't like something, don't put it in just because it starts with a certain letter. Anyway, this is the kind of video that you will get from me when it's still winter outside. And I still am waiting for warmer temperatures to come so I can go outside and play in the dirt. But until I can do that, then I'll be doing more things inside and keeping you posted on the chicks. They're doing great, by the way, and I'll be taking another video of them soon. When you see this, it will probably be Easter, which is tomorrow. So I hope that you all have a glorious Easter, every one of you. Thanks for watching.